Afternoon. How we all doing? Oh, positive thinking. Remember, I'm back again. Golf come back again as well. Well, I've had an eventful 2 days. The builder who come to the house to give me a quote, he turns out to be a right character. Do you know what, right? No swearing, positive thinking, remember, can't get mad. Or I know what I'd like to say. Well, he was a character. He wanted a ridiculous amount of money, and I'm talking ridiculous amount of money, up front. And he wouldn't even have the money like transferred, which you could never do this in the UK. He wanted cash. And then he says that he's got to put all his VAT on top. He was just getting a joke. And then, I mean, by the time I'd got home, he inundated my girlfriend with that many messages. So, I mean, you couldn't make it up. He must be that desperate. He makes out he's got this much work. Because in parks, excuse me, can't believe he's come back. They've got what they call the atom plant, which is a nuclear plant. They do energy with it. Can't believe I'm moving up that area. If that goes off, it's only probably 15 kilometres from the house. So that you wouldn't want that going wrong, would you? He said he's got a big contract here, and this and that and the other. He seemed a nice enough guy, but he was very, I can't explain to you, a bit too, losing my words again because I want to say the word in Hungarian, creepy, a bit too creepy, like he said to me, because I had that thin t-shirt on I had the other day. He obviously could see me cross through my t-shirt, and he says, "Oh, am I a church man? Do I go to church?" And I went, "No." I said, "I'm Catholic." I says, "But we don't go to church. We don't follow it." Did it when I was a child. Like I said to you on one of my videos before, my mum just stopped after all the drama with the churches and everything. And to be honest, religion is just a problem anyway. I just have my own beliefs and I just stick to it. What I think. Jesus. And it's a tickle in my throat. Anyway, tried to bum me up a little bit, I think I tried to, and I was getting a bit suspicious. I said to him at the end, when I got into my car, when I shook hands with him, I said, "Look, you're not the only one who's gave me a quote. You're the third builder now." And I says, "I need to go home with my girlfriend, see what's the right best way forward with it all." Well, that didn't seem to even want to go down very well with him. Anyway, after a load of messages for 2 days and phone calls, he was very persistent, what I would say over the top. I mean, if you did that to somebody in England, well, any normal person would just report him, because it was aggravating, to be honest with you. And I knew when he started messaging my girlfriend and really started telephone, I thought, something's not right with this guy. He's so desperate for the money and cash. He wanted the cash. I mean, I know what you were doing, laundering the money. I'm not stupid, right? And what I did, I ended up finding him on before. I've ended up checking on my girlfriend because obviously I've come off Facebook, not permanent, but I've had a break where I sort of suspend the account a little bit. I found him on her Facebook. Jesus Christ, I knew exactly what I thought and I was bang on. Yeah, he's a gypsy, but I'm not going to say that every gypsy's the same, but there was no building. He looked like he's the type of person who spends more time doing holidaying. Said he's got a restaurant, said he's got a big fishing lake, which I told you on the previous video, and all it seems he does is go fishing, doll himself up with his wife. I mean, I bet his wife is absolutely pulling her hair out. I bet she's had to cancel her holiday. Right, listen, might be from England, but we're not idiots. And this is what I said to you, and I'm going to warn everybody now. My eyes are opening up so bad in Hungary now. It's disgusting. They are money hungry, that bad. They will thief off you, and they will do it blatantly. I'm absolutely shocked. Do you know what he did? Exactly what I thought. Got mad, didn't he? Started sending all these messages. I know he obviously thinks he's a mafia or he knows people, right? Started sending all these messages. No threats. I didn't contact him once because I'm trying to keep me cool. Yeah, I'm trying to keep me cool. He knows where the arse is. He even got the home address in England because he wanted all that for details. It's laughable. He says, I've got to get all this, has got to go through my solicitors. He goes, what the hell? I says, what do you mean he's got to go through my solicitors, all this? I says, he's talking, I says, he's basically bullshitting. He says he's got to do this, that and the other, he's got to do all the paperwork. Yeah, you mean he's got to do all his dodgy fiddling, so he's got the cash. I mean, come on, I'm going to be honest with you. Do you know what he tried to charge me for? What did he try to charge me for? 3 doors. This is in Hungary, by the way, and these doors and windows are nothing like the price in England. I can tell you that now because I've had some double glazing windows put into this house. And you pick the size, you just make the hole in the wall, don't you? And then you pick a big window. You didn't get it specifically made. You just think, well, I'll have to. You look at a window, you think, right, I'll put that. And you put a big. You don't just knock a big hammer straight into your wall. You do it proper. He wanted 22,000. That's what he wanted. 22,000 just for 3 doors. 3 doors. One was an internal, so that was wood. 2 doors were external, plastic. And he tried telling me they're cheaper than the wood ones, right? Just listen. So 2 doors, 1 internal, 2 external, and 6 big windows. He wanted £22,000. That's just for the windows. Now I know what you're thinking. Well, pay that in England, or do you? I've not had to rig an house out of windows because every time I've had an house, I've had the double glazing done. But anyway, he wanted 22,000 for the windows. You're getting a joke, absolute joke indoors. Just totally tried to take the piss. So basically, well, yeah. So can you imagine what money he wanted for the other stuff, for the work of the house? So after me, anyway, he started sending loads of messages, and my girlfriend don't text so much. And then he said to her at the end, this is what done it. He turned around and says, so where does that leave us now then? What we're going to do? She said, I'll tell you where it leaves us now. There's nothing's been signed in paperwork. There's nothing down on paper. He gave us a quote and that's all it is. And your quote and you're in, you know, and she says that you're aggravating us now. You're pushing and pushing and you want cash. She says, we're not going to give you that money. He wanted 12 million foreign up front. So I've just told you, he wants a ridiculous amount of money up front. He wanted over £30,000 basically up front. Yeah, you know what, right? I don't know what boat he thought I'd come here on, right? But he must think we're so stupid. Anyway, he says to Sunset, my girlfriend, he says, so where does that leave us now? She went, don't leave us anyway, does it? She went, she says, all I'm going to say to you is, I'd leave it as it is. Says because my boyfriend won't go light-hearted with it. And he went, well, he says, well, first of all, he said he was going to start the job in 3 weeks, and all of a sudden, he said, oh, he'll start the job today. You've got to love this, ain't you? That's why Baddy were pushing for the money. That's why he wanted the money. Well, yesterday he wanted the money, but he said he was going to start the job today. So we ended up just saying to him, giving a right load of, also saying to him, said there's going to be no more money. There's no more money coming anyway, so that's it. And then obviously he says, well, where does that leave us now and what we're going to do about it? And she told him. So I thought that was, and she said that's a little bit of a threat, that is. So he knows where I am. Please yourself, corner. He knows where the house is. Please yourself. All I've said to the neighbour is, right, anybody comes to that house, phone the police. I mean, I ain't bothered. Doesn't bother me. Look, I said, look, I don't want no problem. I'm trying to have an easy life, right? But I'll tell you something. I'm going to tell you a few stories about this country in a minute, right? Really bad. I don't know. Is this money? Is this big money issue? So anyway, I can't really talk in a normal way because I know what I want to say. I want to word everything, but I can't. So I'm pondering with my words because you know what I want to say. I want him off, but you know what I'd like to say. But I'm trying to be nice and calm. Anyway, cleared him off. Cleared him off. Told him what he can do with himself, basically. And she just says to him straight away, she just says, I'm blocking you because I'm sick of it now. Carry on, keep sending messages. And I'm just going to have to go to the police, aren't I? Because, you know, these people like this, right, this is not having a go at a Jehovah's Witness, he's a Jehovah's. He's got loads of photographs of him putting his hands on people's head. He's your typical, he's a real bullshit person, right? Slime ball person. Right, and you can see exactly what he is up to. He's like he's hiding his old persona that he's some big churchgoer, but the guy is a complete and utter slime ball, thieving, I would say arsehole, but I'd like to say a lot more worse what I'd like to say, right? I know what he does need to go and do. He needs to go and chuck himself in the river. Horrible person. But he hasn't done a direct threat, nothing like that, and he's not messaged me once. He phoned me twice yesterday when he was at me now. But I said to Sunset, I said I can't talk to him. I said I can't because I'll just lose the plot. Because as soon as he raised his voice, and I said I'm trying to relax. And bless her, she took all the well, she didn't take it. She told him straight. Look, my girlfriend's family's business people anyway. They were business people. I don't know who he thinks he is. And he don't need to be playing all this, trying to make out because he is a gypsy. This is 80% gypsy where I am. Gypsies don't bother me. They don't bother me. We've got Romania just up the road. This bullshit is like the worst of it. Bullshit. This counter is the worst you can be. So he's just completely being just complete arsehole, basically. Anyway, I'll tell you how bad some of the things, just going off that, right? So anyway, I'm doing the work myself. What I'm going to do, I've asked the neighbour if he can get his mates, try and get the fencing done, get the dogs down there, and me and him and a couple of lads will just do the whole lot. I'll just do it. Don't whether I have to buy cement mix, but I'm just going to do it. Do the whole house. I'll renovate the whole house. Just need to get the dogs down there. Right, so that's the end of that for now. So what we're doing now, we're getting prices for fencing at the minute, so I can get the dogs down to the house. The lad says while he's waiting for fencing, he might start taking all the rest of that soil out what he's seen in the house, so we can get it concreted. But I'm just going to let you know how bad some of the carry on here, right? My girlfriend took her other son, not the one you've seen on the video, took her other son to the doctors in the local town in Mesachart yesterday. He's got a real bad problem with his legs. Apparently what he's got, his feet are quite flat for some reason. Now don't start laughing, right? Because you know I start. Yeah, he's been having a lot of pain in his legs. He hasn't been able to go to school. And school here in Hungarian, they're quite arseholes really. It's trying to force him to do sports and everything like that when he can't do anything. Anyway, went to doctors yesterday, and obviously her two boys now, the one you've seen is slim. The other one he's gone really big now. I mean, he's not big fatty, what I'm going to call big fatty, but he's gone big. Of course he probably needs to lose weight, you know, and I tell them to be careful with cola. You know, my daughters, you know, but they do drink cola and things like that. I've said it's no good for you, no good for your teeth, no good for your, you know, playing on computers and things like that. But do you know what the doctor said to him? I said to my girlfriend, I says, you know, you've got to be, you carry on in this country, and you don't say it's so disrespectful. The doctor turned around and says, right, fatty, let me just tell you something now. You need to lose weight. My son is not a fatty like you. This is straight up. He's not a fatty like you. He's the same age, and he's slim, and he does sport. And he says, look at me, I'm an older man. He said, look at me and look how fat you are. You need to go on a diet to lose some weight. Now, you know damn well, right? You know damn well that would not be allowed in England, right? My girlfriend come home, she went, I can't believe what he said. And I said, didn't you say anything to him? I said, if I was here, it's not even my son, it's your son. I said, but that is disgusting. I said, I just won't put up with it. I mean, I walked out of an hospital here. I went mentally to my dad. You know, because I told you I got, when I broke the dogs up fighting, I had holes in my legs and in my hands. And I had to go to hospital twice. My fault, not the dogs, intentional. Basically, as the dogs were trying to bite the other dog, not ragdoll them, go around to bite them, I stood in front of it basically and got a full bite on my leg. But the first time I went to the hospital in Mishkolz, lovely people, told them, they just said I was an idiot for getting in front of them. I says, yeah, I know that, but you know, I had to do what I had to do, don't bother me, I don't care about my injuries. And then second time I went, this is all to do with these two dogs that were in the house. The second time I went, obviously the holes were in your legs and wherever they bite you, yeah, there's the old full top teeth or bottom tooth. That's how deep the holes are. The whole lot goes straight into you. You can't believe the pressure of a dog's bite. And this is not an aggressive bite. This is just just like one of those where the barking type of bite. Did you like my dog impression there? Anyway, this nurse got this, instead of doing what the other ones did, where they washed it out with like betadine, and then bandaged it up and cleaned it, this one, the second time I went to hospital, got one of these big these scissors, with like, where the scissors goes round with like the hook, wrapped that in like a bandage, put betadine, shoved it in the hole. Oh, I'm telling you, I can't describe the pain. I went absolutely berserk. But the main doctor who was in charge would treat me like shit anyway. Oh, says shit. £1 into the swear box. Right, I'm gonna get a swear box in this car, but I did swear, like I said shit, I don't swear. Right, listen, don't say I'm mental, I'm just doing it as a joke. And I went mental, and I said, no, I said, I can't take it no more. I said, I'm leaving. I said, you're talking about my dog, saying that they was really going on about the dogs, if the dogs did it intentional, but mate, they didn't. And I could hear them whispering and talking. They probably thought I didn't really understand them fully what they was going on about. But I really lost it with them. And I says to them, my dogs did not bite me intentional. You're going on about it now. I've gave you the books. They've all had their injections. I've had a tetanus before, right? Stop blaming the dogs. It wasn't the dog's fault. It wasn't an intentional bite to me. I just broke up the dogs fighting. And I ended up walking out to that hospital because they were that bad. And this is the problem in this country. They've got no respect. There's no respect there, and it's not just about the children. It's terrible. I mean, my daughter, you know, my girlfriend had to go to the school, and honestly, they talk down to you. I mean, you wouldn't put up with it in England. I couldn't put up with it. I'm so glad now, because my daughter's nearly came to live with me, my youngest daughter, and she's going to go to school here. I'm so glad now she didn't come here, because I'd be absolutely fuming, I would. But yeah, so that's the end of that really. But that's how bad the people are, and the doctors. And she's had to go there again today, and this, everybody who was there, even the staff who work in this, says it's absolutely horrible. He's got no respect. We've already mentioned it about the way he talks to people and children. just won't be allowed. You know, took Sunsea, absolutely, you know, normally the dentists are fine here, you know, normally no problems. He's had toothache for absolutely don't know how long, and they haven't done anything with it. He's in agony, it's got an infection, and it's like they just let you suffer. It's like as if they treat you like you shouldn't be moaning. And I sometimes wonder if that's why my dad was the way he was now, with the way the Hungarians carry on. Unbelievable, absolutely unbelievable. So, but Hungary, you know, there's so many problems I've got a wall, you know, that wall was falling down at the house, the council is disgusting. But I want to do another video on that when I start to really go on about Mezzachart, because I can rip it to bits, because there's so many things they haven't done and videos I want to do with the roads they haven't done. I don't know where the money's going. It's so dodgy. So anyway, I'm back to square one again with the arse at September. I'm just going to have to do it now. Really bad. I don't know, I just can't fathom it. I really can't. It's beyond me. You know, the other two builders were fine about it. They didn't, you know, there were no problems. They said, look, if you want us to do the job, I'll do the job. If not, it's not a problem. But don't seem to really, you know, wash with some of them. I mean, I knew what he was up to. This guy, clearly, he probably was going to rob the money. All he does is wear all his tracksuits with his trainers, designer trainers and tracksuits, his Hungarian designer clothes, and thinks I'm just a complete and utter idiot. Fool. Can't stand people like that. I mean, if I ever met him, I'm not going to start sending messages because I'm not like one of them kind of people. If I ever met him and seen him again, or he turns up at the house, I'll tell him exactly what I think of him. I will, without smacking him, because I don't do violence. Because violence is not the way forward no more. I don't like violence. I'm a pufter. Oh, quickly go on about this as well. Oh, and they've sent all my paperwork back. You're going to love this. They sent all my Hungarian paperwork for my passport back to England. Then my mum's had to post it back to me here. Just check this out. Post it back to me here. And it's whatchamacallit. Got loads to sort out with it. Basically, I've got to go to the place in Mezzachart now. Said it can be done there. So that has not gone anywhere forward. So the way I'm looking at it at the minute, looks like my car's done, innit? Because I don't think I'll be coming back in December. So it looks like we'll have no car. So, but anyway, I'm back at the arse. Back at the arse. 1 minute, I've got to make a phone call. Do you know the Capu, not Capu Sunset? Or do you call it into the park local Chitvan? I've just got shocked to fog, mate, that's the problem. Oh, okay, very are you, see you. So, I've whatchamacallit. Yeah, so my passport and everything is got to be done in Mezzachart now here. So I've got to make an appointment and go in and sort it out. It's absolutely, I can't even make this up how bad it is here with everything. Everything is so difficult and nothing is straightforward. Everything is a circus. It really is. That's what I said to you. I mean, this culture house here, They did all that, not done that wall, which I'm going to do a video. The wall's falling down in what belongs in this garden. Well, it belongs to the council, but it's in the garden. They've not done anything with the land there. They just don't finish nothing off. Oh yeah, okay. Back again. Anyway, so yes, I've got to get this passport sorted out, and you know, I don't even see my children. I don't see. It's just absolutely everything's a disaster. Everything is a complete utter disaster, and you can understand why I'm absolutely down. I mean, I feel really down. Believe it or not, I feel really down. But I'm trying to keep me cool and not let myself go. I mean, you know, this is why I felt like drinking, and I can't be doing it. I can't, because if I drink, it's just making me worse, making me really ill. I can't be doing with that. So, anyway, I know it was a short video, nothing special, but just to let you know that I won't come to Hungary and live. Do not even come to Hungary and live, and you've got to be so careful of everybody. I'm being so serious. Be careful of everybody. The most swindling people here going, I've always said it, thieves, terrible. Anyway, see you all later. Hope you enjoyed the video.